So I wanted to do just a quick vid to show you guys how to maybe help with outside sound bleed. One of the things I noticed when I moved into my current place is I'd hear a lot of outside noises. Like even with my windows closed, I'd still get like car engines and stuff like that. And so one of the ways that I was able to pretty dramatically cut down on how much of that came in my room was to use this really cool, easy, and cheap solution. I forgot what this stuff is called, but it's basically like it's a foam. It's a sticky on one side, so where that white is, you just peel that off, and then you just place it in the cracks or place it alongside your windows. At least that's what I did. And like I said, it cut down on my outside bleed by probably about maybe 50%, 60%. It was a pretty huge difference to the point where it would actually quiet in my room. And I was like, wow, this is kind of weird. But yeah, so what I did is I just took it and I stuck it along the edges of my window. And for me, I just put it in places where it seemed like I was getting the most noise from the outside. And so I just cut a little piece, cut a strip, and I put it along my window. On these windows, I actually used a little bit more. I used this much. So, yeah, I used all the way down to the edge. And I didn't put it along the bottom, although I could have, but it's completely up to you. The stuff I think was maybe $5. Wasn't very expensive. And this is actually the slightly thicker one. I think there's another one that's even thicker than this, but I didn't think I needed that. And pretty much for the most part, I didn't. But yeah, it cut down dramatically on the amount of sound that I was getting from the outside. And I still hear the occasional car going by, excuse me. But I still hear the occasional car going by. And of course, if they're blasting music really bass heavy music, then I'll still hear that, but it's not nearly as bad as it was when I first moved in. So like I said, it, for me, cut it down to 40 to 50%, 50 to 60, I believe I said. But yeah, 50 to 60%. The results, of course, may be a little bit different for you. You may find that you want to use more of it. Like, for instance, there you can hear that. I'll say this, without the foam, it would sound like my windows were open. That's the difference that this foam is made. Before, it sounded like my windows were open even though they were closed. Now it sounds like they're actually closed. So this stuff has made a really big difference. And I definitely recommend it. I'd recommend that you guys give it a try, and maybe even if you want, use more, use less, just at your discretion. But there you go.